Hello children, welcome back to chemistry session. In previous sessions, we have completed matter in our surrounding chapter. In today's session, I am going to start next chapter, that is matter pure around us. Let's start today's session, children. New chapter. Is matter pure? Let's start. So we see many things around us. For common purpose we use milk, ghee, honey, water, etc. So many people use common word like pure water, pure milk and pure ghee. What does pure means? Pure means, according to common man, pure means something without adulteration. Something without adulteration is called pure. But according to, as a chemist, pure means substance is made up of same kind of particles, or a substance is made up of one kind of element is called pure. For example, if you consider pure milk is not a pure substance because, as chemist point of view, milk is made up of carbohydrates. Milk contains carbohydrates, fats, proteins and sugar. And ghee also contains oils, fats, etc. So, as common people point of view, pure means something without adulteration, but as chemistry point of view, a substance is made up of one kind of matter or same kind of elements. That's why, according to chemistry point of view, milk, ghee and honey, they are not examples of pure substances. They are comes under mixtures. Let us see some of the examples of pure substances. So according to chemist, pure substance is made up of one kind of matter, same kind of elements. For example, elements are examples of pure substances, like elements like sodium, potassium, aluminum, carbon, etc. All elements are examples of pure substances because elements are made up of same kind of matter. And water, normal water, not normal water, distilled water. Distilled water. Form of distilled water is H2O. H2O is an example of pure substance because H2O is made up of two or more substances, and these two or more elements mixed in a definite proportion and which forms H2O molecule. That's why compounds as well as molecules are examples, also examples of pure substances. And carbon dioxide, also example of pure substance. Next, methane, etc. These are some of the examples of pure substances. Pure substances means they are made up of one kind of element or same kind of matter. Next, many of the substances available in the nature are mixtures, like seawater. Next, minerals are also available in the nature. Next, soil, etc. These are some of the examples of the mixture. What is meant by mixture? Mixture means a substance which is made up of two or more components. These components mixed in any ratio without undergoing any chemical change, but retain their properties. For example, I will give an example of mixture like mixture of sand and water. This is an example of mixture. When we mix sand and water, then the components of sand and water are different, and they mix in any ratio, but there is no chemical reaction between sand and water. So that is an example of mixture. So we can define in such a way that the components of the mixture are mixed in any ratio, but there is no chemical reaction between the components of the mixture, and that can be separated by any physical method. The components of the mixture can be separated by any physical method like distillation, crystallization, sublimation, evaporation, filtration, etc. By any physical method, we can separate the components of the mixture because there is no chemical reaction between the components of the mixture. That's why many of the substances exist in the nature are examples of mixtures like seawater, minerals, soil. All are natural substances. So these are all examples of mixtures. These mixtures are classified into two types. Let's talk about classification of mixture. These mixtures are classified into two types: homogeneous mixture, next heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture and heterogeneous mixture. Let us talk about what is meant by homogeneous mixture. Here the word homo indicates single. Homo means single. Genus means looking at appearance. So homogeneous mixture means single appearance. That means the components of the mixture are mixed in definite ratio and their appearance is single. I'm repeating. The components of mixture are mixed in a different ratio, but their appearance is alike. Their appearance is single. Such kind of mixtures are called homogeneous mixture. For example, soda water. Soda water is an example of homogeneous mixture because soda water is made up of carbon dioxide gas and water. Here carbon dioxide gas and water are mixed in such a way that it looks alike. The appearance of the mixture is single. Such kind of mixtures are called homogeneous mixture. One more example. Salt solution. Salt solution is also example of homogeneous mixture because salt solution is made up of salt plus water. When we add few grams of salt to the water, which forms salt solution. So this is also an example of homogeneous mixture. That means the components of mixture are mixed in any ratio, but their appearance is single or their appearance is same. This is called homogeneous mixture. Next, heterogeneous mixture. Here the word hetero represents different. Hetero means different. Genus means appearance. So heterogeneous mixtures can be defined in such a way that the components of mixture are not uniformly distributed. In case of homogeneous mixture, the components of mixture are uniformly distributed and looks alike. In case of heterogeneous mixture, the components of mixture are not uniformly distributed and appears differently. So such different kind of appearance of mixtures are called heterogeneous mixture. We discussed earlier the example of sand and water. Sand and water is an example of heterogeneous mixture because when we add some amount of sand to the water, the sand doesn't dissolve in the water. The sand reaches the bottom of the beaker or base of the beaker because sand is insoluble substance. So such kind of mixtures are called heterogeneous mixture. That means the components of the mixtures are not uniformly distributed and looks differently. And one more example, sawdust and water, and oil and water. These are some of the examples of heterogeneous mixture. Heterogeneous mixtures can be defined in such a way that the components of mixture are not uniformly distributed and looks differently is called as heterogeneous mixture. Coming to homogeneous mixture, the components of mixture are uniformly distributed and looks alike. Such kind of mixtures are called homogeneous mixture. Here, solutions comes under homogeneous mixture. Solution comes under homogeneous mixture. Let us talk about solutions. Solution. What is meant by solution? Solution is a homogeneous mixture. It comes under homogeneous mixture. So here, homogeneous mixture of two or more substances. Or a solution is a homogeneous mixture of solvent and solute. It's a homogeneous mixture of solvent and solute. What is meant by solvent? Solvent is a major component of a solution. Solvent is a major component of the solution, and solute is minor component. Solute is a minor component of the solution. Solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components, or solution is a homogeneous mixture of solvent and solute. Solvent is a major component of the solution, solute is minor component. For example, sugar solution. What is solvent and solute here? Let us see solvent and solute in sugar solution. In sugar solution, solute is sugar and solvent is water. In sugar solution, solvent is water, solute is sugar, because less amount of sugar is dissolved in the water. That's why sugar is solute and water is solvent. Another example, tincture of iodine. Tincture of iodine. What is meant by tincture of iodine? Tincture of iodine acts as a antibacterial agent. It is used to clean wounds. And this tincture of iodine is made up of ethyl alcohol and iodine. Here, solvent is ethyl alcohol, and the solute is iodine. So tincture of iodine is made up of ethyl alcohol and iodine. So here, solvent is ethyl alcohol and solute is iodine. Next, another example, amalgams. What do you mean by amalgams? Amalgams are homogeneous mixture of solid solution, or amalgams are homogeneous mixture of two or more metals and non-metals. For example, brass. Brass is an example of copper. Silver means copper and zinc. Brass is an example of two metals like copper and zinc. And bronze. Bronze is an alloy of metals like copper and tin. When the metals are mixed together in a definite ratio, which gives solid solution. So this is called amalgam. So amalgams are homogeneous mixture of two or more metals or non-metals. Here these are some of the examples of solutions. Solution can be defined as it's a homogeneous mixture of two or more components, or it's a homogeneous mixture of solvent and solute. Solvent is major component, solute is minor component. For example, sugar solution. Sugar is solute, water is solvent. Tincture of iodine. It is also an example of solution. Here, ethyl alcohol acts as solvent and solute is iodine. Iodine is a solid. Amalgams. Amalgams are the examples of two or more substances. When two or more metals or non-metals mixed in a definite ratio, which forms homogeneous mixture. So homogeneous mixture of metals and non-metals is called amalgams. Example, brass. Brass is an example of copper and zinc. Bronze. Bronze is an example of copper and tin. Bronze is made up of metals like copper and tin. Brass made up of copper and zinc. Here, sugar solution and salt tincture of iodine. These are examples of solid solution. Sugar solution and tincture of iodine is salt solution. Let's say liquid solution. Example of liquid solutions are alcohol and water. Alcohol and water is an example of liquid solution. In this, alcohol is a solute and water is a solvent. So this is an example of liquid solution. And gaseous solution. Example, air. Air is an example of gaseous solution because air is a homogeneous mixture of gases. Air contains nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, carbon monoxide, nitrogen dioxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. The major component of air is nitrogen because nitrogen has occupies 79% volume by air. So that nitrogen considered as solvent of the air. And remaining gases like oxygen, carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, remaining gases are considered as solute of the air. That's why air is a homogeneous mixture of two or more gases. So these are different kinds of solutions. Amalgams are examples of solid kind of solution, not solid solutions. Next, alcohol and water is an example of liquid solutions, and air is a mixture of gases or air is an example of gaseous solution. Now let us talk about properties of solution. Properties of solution. Remember children, all solutions are homogeneous mixture, but all mixtures are not solution because solution is a homogeneous mixture of two or more components. That's why all solutions are mixture. But all mixtures are not solution because mixtures are classified into two types: homogeneous mixture, heterogeneous mixture. Homogeneous mixture means solutions comes under homogeneous mixture. That's why all solutions are homogeneous mixture, but not all mixtures are solution. And the particle size of the solution or the diameter of the solution are very less. That means the particle size of the solution is less than 1 nanometer. Less than 1 nanometer. 1 nanometer means 10 to the power of minus 9 meter. That's why we cannot see the particles in the solution by naked eye. By naked eye, we cannot observe the particles in the solution. That means The solute particles are completely dissolved in the solution, which gives homogeneous mixture. The homogeneous mixture is called solution because the particle size of the solution is very less and its size is about less than 1 nanometer. That's why these solution do not possess scattering effect. It means Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect means the phenomena of scattering a beam of light through colloidal solution is known as Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect means the phenomena of scattering a beam of light through colloidal solution. It's only applicable to the colloidal solution. That's why solution doesn't possess scattering phenomena or Tyndall effect. Next, we cannot separate the solute particles. We cannot separate the components of the solution by filtration method. Suppose when you add salt or sugar in the water, what do we observe? The salt or sugar is completely dissolved in the water. Now, by filtration technique, we cannot separate the either salt or sugar from the solution. By crystallization method or by evaporation method, we can separate them. But by filtration method, we cannot separate the component of the solution. So these are the properties of solution. First point, all solutions are mixture, but not all mixtures are solution, because solutions are comes under homogeneous mixture. Second one, the particle size of the solution is less. That means the diameter of the particles of the solution is less than 1 nanometer. That's why we cannot observe them by naked eye. Next, we cannot separate the components of the solution by filtration technique. By filtration technique, we cannot separate the components of the solution. Next, they do not possess Tyndall effect. Tyndall effect means scattering of phenomena light through colloidal solution is called as Tyndall effect. So this is today's session, children. In today's session, we have seen definition of mixture, definition of pure substance, solution, properties of solution. This is today's session, children. In next session, we will talk about concentration of solution and we will solve some problems based on concentration of solution. This is today's session. I hope you understand today's session. We will meet in next session. Thank you, sir.